ninth class. Welcome to your English Kaksha again. Today we will do your next poem, Rain on the Roof. That is a lyrical poem and is beautifully composed by Courts Kenny. What is a lyrical poem? Then a poem is set into music that is called lyrical poem. In this poem, he has shared his blissful experience when he was listening the music of the rain. Music of the rain? How is it possible? Yes, the poet is saying that when he was listening the sound of the falling shower of the rain, it was seeming him like a music, and this music helps him to recollect the memories of his mother. So let's read the poem and we will see how he was recollecting the memories of his mother. Watch the video very carefully, and in the end I have explained the literary devices also. Rain on the Roof is a lyrical poem that is penned by Courts Kenny. Let's read about the poet. Courts Kenny was an American lawyer, politician, journalist and a poet who wrote Rain on the Roof. And this Rain on the Roof poem, which was set to music, was the most popular poem of him. Fine, now we will see what is given in this poem. In this poem, the poet shares his experience of blissfulness. Blissfulness means happiness, as he hears the patter of the rain on the roof. Patter means sound of raindrops. He begins to fancy innumerable memories. Fancy means imagine. It means he begins to imagine innumerable memories of his mother and connects his present with the past through those memories. Now we will start reading of the poem from stanza 1. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres and make them lengthy darkness, gently weeps in rainy tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. First we will see the rhyming scheme of this stanza. When the humid shadow hover, it is A. Over all the starry spheres, this is B. And make them lengthy darkness, this is C. Gently weeps in rainy tears, spheres and tears. Both are sounding same, it will be B. What a bliss to press the pillow, this is D. Of a cottage chamber bed, it's E. And lie listening to the patter, this is F. On the soft rain overhead, bed and overhead, these are sounding same, it will be E. So it means this stanza is having A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E as a rhyme scheme. Fine. The whole poem is consisting the same rhyme scheme. Now we will see what is given in these lines. When the humid shadows hover. Humid means full of moisture, and shadows, here we are talking the shadow of the clouds, right? And hover. Hover means moving around something. Blankly. Blankly means sad. And bliss. Bliss means happiness. Patter. Patter means sound of the rain. Right? Now we will see what is given here. When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres means full of stars. Sky is full of stars. And make them lengthy darkness, gently weeps in rainy tears. What a bliss to press the pillow of a cottage chamber bed and lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. Actually, in these lines, the poet is saying that huge clouds, which are full of moisture, moved around in the sky and covers the stars in a blanket of darkness. Right? And that darkness makes the poet sad. And that sadness can only be wiped off by the raindrops, which seems like tears falling from the sky. Here, the poet compares the raindrops with the tears, as the sky is crying and tears are shed by the sky. Right? But he adds that it is a blessing to lie comfortably on a bed and listen to the sound made by the raindrops. Fine. Actually, the poet says that it is a delightful moment or an experience to lie in the bed and pressing the head against a soft pillow while listening the sound of the shower of rain falling on the roof. Right? Now we will see stanza 2, what is given in this. Every tinkle on the shingles has an echo in the heart, and 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start weave their air threads into woof as I listen to the patter of the rain upon the roof. So let's see what is given here in the meanings. Tinkle. Tinkle means short ringing sound. And shingles. Shingle means rectangular wooden tiles used on roof. Fine. And echo. Echo means repeated sound. Woof. Woof means weft. थ्रेड वोवन अक्रॉस द लूम, जैसे खड्डियों के आसपास जो धागा होता है उसको बोलते हैं वेफ्ट. एंड बीइंग, हियर इट इज गिवन बिजी बीइंग. बिजी बीइंग मीन्स ह्यूमन बीइंग्स, और द पोएट is referring to himself also. Patter, as I told you in the starting, sound of the raindrops. Fine. So let's see what is given in these lines. In these lines, the poet is expressing his feelings when he hears the raindrops, and he says that every tinkle of the shingle created an echo in his heart, a different sound in his heart, and this sound creates many new different dreams in his mind. And then after he recollects many memories of his past which came back into the form of dreams, and that dreams are interwoven into a form of a colorful patchwork. Right? Now we will see what is given in stanza 3. Now in my memory comes my mother as she used in years agone. Agone means ago. To regard this darling dreamer ere she left them till dawn. Oh, I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. Let's see the words first. Now in my memory comes my mother as she used in years agone. Agone means ago. To regard the darling dreamer. Darling means loving. Dreamer. Who is dreamer here? Poet. Right? So he is saying that his mother calls him his loving dreamer, loving son. Er means, this is an old poetic word. It means before. Here it is ago and it is before. Before she left them till dawn. Dawn means early morning, the daybreak. Oh, I feel her fond look on me. Fond means lovely look. As I list to this refrain. List means listen. It is also an old poetic word. That means listen. This refrain means when a line of a song is repeated or a phrase is repeated, that is called refrain, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So let's see what is given in these lines. In these lines, the poet introduces his mother, as it is given in the starting. Now in my memory comes my mother, right? And he says that he is dreaming of his mother. As in the second stanza we read that rain brings memories of his past, and it is the memory of his mother. Fine. So now here he is remembering or recollecting the memories of his mother, who is no more now. But in the past she used to love him a lot. Here it is given to regard the darling dreamer as she left him till dawn. I feel her fond look on me as I list to this refrain. So he is saying here that she used to consider him her darling son and his siblings while they are slept peacefully. And the poet says that he can still feel that his mother is looking at him as he listens the song made by the raindrops. Right? And whenever he hears this sound, it brings back his memories of the past, and he is reminding of his mother. So that's why the sound of the rain or the patter of the rain is actually helping him to recollect the memories of his mother. Fine. Now we will see what kind of literary devices are used in this poem. First is used personification and the melancholy darkness. Here melancholy, darkness, gently weeps in rainy tears. Rainy tears. Here the clouds are personified as human beings because they are melancholy or they are shedding the tears in that sadness. Fine. And 1,000 recollection weaves their air thread into woof. Here they are personified as a weaver. Next is alliteration. Over all the starry spheres. Here S sound is repeated. Now in my memory comes my mother. M or M is repeated. Into busy being start. B is repeated. What a bliss to press the pillow. Here P sound is repeated. That is alliteration. As I told you, the rhyming scheme used in the whole poem is the same, that is A, B, C, B, D, E, F, E. I hope each and everything is clear to you. Thank you.